Hello, trainees, and welcome to another issue of Character Creation. I hoped to have this one out on November the 5th, but life got in the way. But to still celebrate Guy Fawkes, I wanted to make a character creation based around his rendition in V for Vendetta, the character V modeling his life after Guy Fawkes. So remember the 5th of November. Now, to explore the character V, we're pulling information from both the movie and the comic books for V for Vendetta. Both fantastic pieces of art. There's many aspects to look at for this character when creating a D&D character equivalency of him. First and foremost, we know very little of his background before he was arrested and part of Lock Hill. We do know he escaped, and we know that the experiments there augmented him, made him stronger, smarter, and faster. These parts are taken into consideration, as well as the fact that he already had a obviously large pre-existing knowledge of history and the sciences, as he gained access to getting the fertilizer based on his already known agricultural skills, as is shown in the comic. So we explore many of these aspects, and I came to the conclusion for many things of how to work this. Now, this is how I would build the character. Being that he is more powerful, I did give him a 20th level, which is unusual for my character builds, but this is a special issue. What you see here is me drawing a tribute to V's mask from the movie and the comics. I did it in Photoshop, and if you have any questions about that, feel free to leave comments in the below area. After the character sketch is done, it will go to the character sheet where we can discuss this in more detail. With the considerations I made, I have decided he needs a special background because none really fit his idea based on the fact that we don't know his backstory before prison. So I gave him the background prison escapee, which is fairly custom for his character, specifically giving him the skills history and acrobatics, showing that he had more skill with these to get out. He also got alchemy tools, and a little correction I made later on, disguise kit, because he was able to fool the guards very easily. In this character, I believe that a 17th level fighter with Battlemaster fits a lot of the combat styles he uses very well as 3 levels of Rogue, the Rogue being the first class he takes. Now, the reason I think that was the way to go with this, he has his basement, his lair, is filled with priceless works of art that were being destroyed or set to be destroyed. He obviously has some incredible skills when it comes to reacquiring artwork that the government deems ill-fit. So he clearly has some levels of Rogue. He also has quite a few skills that represent this very well. Fighter, as I said, his fighting styles are just very specific, including things of disarming, running past people without getting attacked, parries, knocking people back 15-20 feet when hitting them, blocking attacks with a repose, attacking again, tripping, various things. The video itself is easy to see this. So here's how I built him. He has, and actually his skills were changed slightly, his baseline is different. The blue in the strength, dexterity, and constitution show the magical or modified version he has from the experiments at Lock Hill. His wisdom, intelligence, and charisma showing his pre-existing mentality. He would have a ton of hit points to be able to survive a barrage of fire, and that's represented here. His armor class, that is his base armor before he puts on any type of thing, which he used to deflect bullets in the final fight scene. And he uses daggers, throwing and otherwise. Now, I did not go through and put in every single stat upgrade he has, because, frankly, a lot of it can be changed to fit various areas of his playstyle, or his actions. What I do know he would have to have, though, is dual wield, the feat. I might have used the wrong word. I don't have the book with me right this moment. And sharpshooter, for when he's throwing his daggers with such tremendous skill. Everything else, I assume, would go into most likely his intelligence, given how much he knows and how well he can articulate things such as his V speech, which if you haven't seen, definitely check out. Also, if you haven't seen, why are you even watching this video? So he does have many skills. Thieves' tools for breaking in, stealth for getting around. He moves around rooftops without being seen quite easily by the fingermen. So that is something I took into account there. With the amount of attacks he has, and the action surges, he would be able to, in such as the final fight scene, take out every one of those fingermen in one round. Minus one attack, if I did my math right. It is possible I messed up on something there. The number of superiority dice he has, I think, is a little lower than what he would actually have, but we have to build it as best we can here. When choosing his Roguish Archetype, I did have a little bit of a debate with myself. Would he be more of a swashbuckler or more of a thief? I eventually chose thief over swashbuckler, given the number of daggers he is able to draw with the bonus action of it and throwing them, as well as his uncanny ability to get onto roofs very quickly, and just the overall aspect of how many things he has stolen to survive over the years. But swashbuckler was a very good second choice, given his love for the Count of Monte Cristo, which would have been a much more swashbuckler-style character. You will notice I did not put any personality traits, ideals, bonds, or flaws on this build, because there is so many aspects to this character that I just couldn't make up my mind on that. I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. So that is my build of V from V for Vendetta. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a fantastic November the 5th.